Welcome to the second video. As I promised in the previous video, we will take a look to the different positions of the fretboard diagram. So the first one is the foundation of everything here, because it's a regular major scale. We will use the G major scale, but as I mentioned, it can be any scale. So let's analyze the scale and the intervals between the notes, just like we did with the pentatonic scale. So between the first and the second note, which are G and A, there is a whole tone. Between A and B, there is a whole tone again. Between B and C, there is a semitone. Between C and D, there is a whole tone. Between D and E, there is a whole tone again. Between E and F sharp, there is a whole tone again. And finally, between F sharp and G, there is a semitone. So if I ask how we can construct a major scale, the good answer is this. Take the root note, then 2 times whole note, then 1 semitone, then 3 times whole tone, and finally a semitone again, just as you can see on the screen. So the first position looks and sounds like this. You can see the fingering on the diagram indicated with small numbers inside of the circles. So in order to get the second position, we shift the scale with 1 whole tone. Since, like I mentioned, between the first and second notes, there is a whole tone, which means 2 frets. Now realize that this is still the same G major scale, but this time I started from A. So the second position looks and sounds like this. Now let's shift the same scale with 1 whole tone again, and we get the third position, which looks and sounds like this. Now this is important to mention that there is no point to shift the scale to the next note, which is C, because in this shape we have the same position. The only thing that would change is that we wouldn't pick the first note, B here, okay? So the fourth position starts from D. And finally, the fifth position starts from E. So if there is a chord progression in G major, then actually I can improvise using all the positions I showed you here. So let's say that we have a G major scale and I want to play in the second position, then I can easily do that. Or another example could be still over a G major using the fourth, for example. Now you can find weird names next to the scale name, like Dorian, Mixolydian, and so on. So these are the modes of the major scale, but for the moment just learn its name together with the scale. Later on this will save you a lot of time when you study the modes, since you won't have to learn the shapes, because here you already learned them. Now if we take all the different positions from the fretboard diagram one by one, then we can easily put all the pentatonic shapes inside of them. So let's check on the screen how they fit and match together. So it's very important to learn all the 5 positions. Take your time, visualize and learn them by heart. Start very slowly and accelerate it if you feel comfortable. So let's meet in the next video. Practice well. See you soon.